Hey, hey, hey. This is Steve showing us some of the latest and greatest in Phottix gear. Do we have anybody tuning in? This is our first inaugural YouTube live broadcast. Something new, something interesting. Let everybody take a look at things in real time. We'll just give this a few minutes, see if we have anybody join. Lots of upgrades going around. We have the Phottix Odin Z upgrade. Which upgrades our triggers and upgrades our indoor studio lights. We have, what else? We have the Macintosh. Is it even Macintosh anymore or just Mac? Apple Mac Mojave operating system has been upgraded as well, and that's out. I put that on my MacBook. We'll see how that goes and what the problems are. I've heard there's some issues between Mojave and Photoshop. Knock wood, that won't happen. But what we're going to talk about today is the Phottix Odin Z system and Fujifilm cameras. So far to date, Phottix has not had any way for Fuji users to be able to control lights from their camera. We've had lots of flash triggers. We've had the Phottix Strato 2, the Phottix Aries, the Phottix Aries 2 that work with Fujifilm cameras and allow you to trigger off-camera lights, be that Phottix lights or other branded lights. What we have not had is a system that allows you to control power within the Phottix ecosystem using a Phottix trigger. So we released about a month ago during Photokina a brand new operating system for all the Phottix products called Phottix Odin Z, or Odin Z for our friends in the UK. This adds a bunch of new features, including auto switching, auto metering, and the one really cool one is a manual mode. This manual mode function has led to the development of the Phottix Odin Lite flash trigger. And what this trigger allows you to do is control manual power on any compatible Phottix product from any camera. So yes, it works on the Fuji X-T1 I have here, but this will also work on Panasonic, it will work on Sony, it'll work on virtually any camera, PhaseOne, Hasselblad. So this is a great product if you're using Phottix products and you need to control the power, especially if you're involved in more than one workflow, more than one camera system. So we have had the software update to Phottix Odin Z. What we have here is our Mitros Plus flashes. We have one for Nikon, we have one for Canon. Both of these can be controlled and triggered from the Odin Lite, as well as used with the Fujifilm camera. Very simple to do. After the update is done, flash is powered on. We go to the master-slave function and pick Odin 2 RX mode, which is Odin 2 receiver mode. From here, it takes us into a main screen. We're going to set this to channel 1, group A. This is the Nikon version. Canon version, let's do the same thing. Odin 2RX. This readout is slightly different, but this is on channel 1, group A. Now, one thing we need to do in order to use these in manual mode is force them into manual mode. So we're going to click on Mode. You hear a double beep, see an M in the corner with an underscore underneath it. That means it's in true manual mode. Do the same thing on the other one. Now, you can see on here on the readout, we have a power level. We can change the power level, and that is reflected on the back of the flash. So you know what power level it's at if you're looking at the flash, not just at the transmitter. Same thing. So let's set both of these at 1/8 power. And they're both set at 1. We have our Fuji X-T1, a rather beat up but still extremely serviceable and awesome camera. We're going to mount the Odin Lite on top of this. And then very simply, take a photo. And flash, boom, bam. So we have both of those flashing. That's 1/8 power. We can crank that down to 1/128. Don't know if that's showing up on video. Or up to full power. So this is a great option. This trigger is phenomenal, as I said, if you're using more than one workflow. If you're shooting medium format and you're shooting full frame or you're shooting micro four thirds, if you need one trigger you can use on all cameras, this is the trigger for you to use. If you're a photography instructor and you need a trigger that you can use in your class with your students with different cameras, this is the perfect trigger as well. Everybody can access the lights, everybody can change the power, and everybody can trigger the lights, and there's no need for specialized gear for Canon, Nikon, however you want to say it, or Sony. Now with this, we also have the Phottix Odin Z system in our, let me just pan over. Phottix Ender 500. You can see this is set in Odin 2 mode. It is set in channel 1 and in group A. Same settings as on the Odin Lite trigger. As soon as we make any changes, the Indra automatically switches to manual mode and allows you to change the power. At the same time, because I'm on the same group, the power is being changed on these Mitroses as well. So great in a studio setting. comments here. Shout out to the professionals that can shoot videos like this. I am still trying to learn the ins and outs. So super easy to use. This offers 4 groups, A, B, C, D, which you can use to control power individually to each group. 32 transmission channels, as well as a 4-digit digital ID code. So you can enter this digital ID on the Odin Lite, as well as your Matrox Plus flashes, your Indra 500, Indra 360, any of the products. And what that effectively does is lock them, so only you can use them. Great feature to have if you're shooting public. A lot of people shooting run distance talk, different frequencies. Your lights be triggered by, so the digital D is ready to have. And we're back. Saying, light, new trigger. This is available now. Very affordable. I'll post a link and pin it in the comments for anybody who is interested. Any questions you have about the Odin Z system? Any questions on how this works with Fuji cameras or other camera systems? Happy to answer in the comments. Please leave a comment down below and we can discuss it a little bit more. Any questions? Happy to answer.